Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you are brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another Create a Sim video. And we are making another family that I, well, of course, by default, love so very much because I put a lot of love and work into them. So this is going to be the Winn family, the very first sim that we are creating. His name is Tiago, which is probably one of my favorite names that I have come across in recent years, but Tiago has the aspiration of, I think it's like the city native or something like that. It's one of the location aspirations, so he just wants to experience everything that San Myshuno has to offer. So I did kind of envision this family either in the city or in a suburb of like Willow Creek. Now, I know that we have different worlds, so it's either like suburb or city setting, right? But I don't know. I think that that's his aspiration. However, when him and his husband decided to foster and adopt children, they probably moved somewhere a little bit more suburban. Maybe they were originally in the city, and he still has this aspiration that he wishes to fulfill. But he is actually a loner sim. He's a perfectionist and materialistic. So it's kind of interesting to me because as I was making him, I actually envisioned him to be very friendly and outgoing, very charismatic, gregarious, all those other kind of synonymous terms, but he's a little bit more of a loner and, like I said, very much a perfectionist and a little materialistic. He's also, I want to say he's domestic. I think that's the associated trait with his given aspiration. So he's kind of unique. I think he likes really nice things. I mean, the city is kind of flashy and glamorous. I think he really is attracted to those kinds of things, but since he's a little bit of a loner, the city also doesn't kind of vibe with him, if that makes any sense. I wanted his traits and aspirations to almost be a little bit contradicting because I feel as though it would allow his character to evolve a little bit more, but I thought he was absolutely so handsome. And then this is going to be his husband, and his husband's name is Lee. He loves the outdoors. He is a maker and he is good. His aspiration is outdoor enthusiast, so he does have the associated trait of collector, and he just loves literally anything outdoors, like camping, hiking, rock climbing, like all of that kind of stuff is what he absolutely loves. And I tried to reflect that a little bit more in the outfits that I chose for him. They were just a little bit less styled, a little bit less put together. I think he still actually has a good deal of color in his various outfits, which isn't something that was necessarily intentional, but I do just like that. I don't know, I think his personality just comes out a lot more in the way that he's dressed, even his hair, because I wanted his husband Tiago to be very like clean cut, very put together, fashionable, and then I wanted Lee to just look a little bit, I don't want to say like careless. I don't think he's careless about his appearance, but I just wanted it to be kind of reflected that he's not as kept up as his husband, I suppose, if that's the appropriate way to kind of think about it. But my thought here is that they did foster children for a while. I think that was really Lee who wanted to do that initially, and Tiago had some reservations about it, but ended up absolutely loving fostering children along with his husband. And they fostered 2 children, Ezra and Lyanna, and those are actually their kids that they ended up adopting. They are siblings, so I wanted to make sure that the 2 siblings, I wanted their children to actually be like blood related. So my thought was that they fostered both of them because they couldn't stand the idea of them being split up in foster care, and then they were just like, wow, these are our kids, we're adopting them. And I literally cannot wait for you guys to see them because I think they are the cutest little kids on the face of the planet. I wanted to make them redheads. I don't know why, and my sweet friends Rachel and Reese hopefully will love that, but I wanted to make them redheads, and I feel like Ezra the toddler here, in a second you'll see the hair I give him, I feel like he looks like Chucky from Rugrats. Because I also give him glasses, and he's got like the shirt with the little cape on it. I feel like he is very imaginative. He's a little bit rambunctious and, I don't know, just very curious about the world around him. He does have the angelic trait though, the angelic toddler trait, because he is a toddler that like never cries, he never throws tantrums, which is of course totally unrealistic, but all toddlers will have those moments because that just happens at particular ages. But I just think he's like this sweet little angel of a toddler, and he would be like my ideal toddler. I just think he is so, so precious. And then his sister, Lyanna, is a social butterfly, I think, and she has the bookworm trait. So she is very much so into reading and stuff like that. And we're about to get to her as well. And what I basically did to ensure that they looked like siblings, like blood-related siblings, is I went ahead and I played with genetics once I finished Ezra, and then I created just a sibling is what I did. So there's some cool options in the genetics panel when you're creating Sims that you can kind of use if you want to create stories like that. So that was really kind of neat for me to do that because it was really important to me, and I really liked that story of not wanting to split up siblings that are in the foster care system. And then they found their forever family, like they found their forever home, and that's beautiful to me. So this is Lyanna. I was originally going to go with this hairstyle from, I want to say Eco Lifestyle, the little like space buns, but I had just used a similar hairstyle on some other Sims that I had made, so it felt a little bit overdone, and I ended up choosing, I want to say the hairstyle from Snowy Escape with the little barrettes in it, because to me that just screams like childhood or preteens or teenagers or whatever. It's a more youthful accessory, I want to say. But she is really, really cute in my opinion, and her brother they're not identical. They look very similar, but as you can see, I didn't create like a twin of Ezra. I wanted them to look a little bit different for when they got older. And I've been doing that too when I actually make like child Sims or toddlers, is I start by creating an adult and then aging them down just so I know what they're going to look like when they get older. But I don't know, I think she's really, really cute, and I think she is very protective of her brother, and they have a very, very close bond, especially now that they are under the same roof and can anticipate being there for the rest of their lives. I think they feel a lot more secure now, and they have just been blossoming into their own little personalities because of their family. But I am just choosing the aspirations now as well as the traits for these Sims, and that is pretty much it for the video. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!
I'll be yours till the morning light. Right here in the moment, we're breathing life. Both of us lost in this ugly light. Right here, all that matters is you and I. So hold on and let's save this night. Lovers to fight for the joy of making up. We both escape, trying to feel safe. Favorite mistake.